I'm Claudio Denardi. I'm a support expert for clinical research and forensic toxicology for Thermo Scientific. I'm presenting you this poster. The poster is about a new approach for targeted and unknown screening for forensic toxicology. The approach is the variable data-independent acquisition and allows you to perform targeted and unknown screening using our Orbitrap proprietary technology based on high-resolution accurate mass. The variable data-independent experiment is based on a full scan acquisition that is performed on a selected isolation range with a resolution of 70,000. And this full scan acquisition is followed by a number of fragmentation experiments performed at 17,500 resolution and covering subsequent ranges of masses covering the whole range of the full scan experiment. The fragmentation experiment is performed using a resolution of 70,500. Polarity switching is also involved to cover both positively and negatively responding ions. In this poster, we report a comparison between the results obtained by data-dependent experiments versus the variable data-independent acquisition. In a data-dependent experiment, only selected precise parents are fragmented, isolated and fragmented, and the fragments, information on the specific fragments are acquired. We spiked 3 plasma samples with a total of 53 compounds and compare the results obtained with the two approaches. In table 2, the results are reported, and as you can see, there is a considerable increase in the number of identified and confirmed ions. Identification and confirmation was based for both experiments on the exact mass, accurate mass of the parent, its retention time, the isotopic pattern, and also the exact mass of the corresponding fragments. In a second part of the experiment, the capabilities of the variable data-independent acquisition were evaluated for unknown screening. Unknown screening allows you to identify compounds that are not included in the original database used for targeted screening. 2 tools are available for this. One is mzCloud and the other is mzFrontier. mzCloud is a spectral database available on the internet that presently covers more than 3,000 compounds and more than 200,000 spectra. The mzCloud allows you to compare the experimental fragments from the database with the experimental fragments obtained during the variable data-independent acquisition. The second tool is called mzFrontier. mzFrontier is a software that generates all possible fragments from a specific compound, and so you can compare the fragments you obtain in your experimental acquisition with the putative fragments generated by the software. In conclusion, variable data-independent acquisition is an approach for targeted and unknown screening that allows for an increased number of compounds to be identified when compared to data-dependent experiments. And mzCloud and mzFrontier are 2 useful tools that can be applied for unknown screening using the same approach.